Hi, I'm Chef Owen Tilley, and I'd like to welcome you to this week's installment of Ask the Chef. This week's question comes from Elizabeth. Elizabeth wrote and told me that she's having a 4th of July party, and she wanted to know my favorite shrimp kebab recipe. Well, I have a bacon-wrapped orange and chipotle marinated shrimp skewer that's guaranteed to please anyone in the crowd. It's a really simple preparation, and it really brings out great flavors and accentuates the natural sweetness of the shrimp. Easy to do, so let's get started. First, for the marinade, you're going to need some fresh squeezed orange juice. You can use from concentrate, but if you're using from concentrate, add a little bit more water to dilute it out because the concentration really does give you a tangy flavor. And you do want that, but fresh squeeze is the best way to go. So like I said, got about 1.5 cups of fresh squeezed orange juice. Going to have a pinch of sea salt, some orange zest. Now, orange zest is the outside, the peel of the orange, and the reason I use this is that it's high in oils, has a lot of oil in it, and the oil gives a little bit of a bitter tip, but it's a great orange flavor that really works with the smokiness of bacon. So, we also have a little bit of olive oil here, and this is some Chipotle peppers, the ones that come in the can. And what I've done to them is I took them and put them in a small food processor to puree them. You can do that or you can chop them up. But make sure that you chop and prepare the chipotles, otherwise they come out whole and they're really not going to add too much flavor. So, we want to add a little bit. I'm going to start here with some of the orange zest. Now you can make this marinade up to a day in advance, and it's really important if you do. Make it a day in advance and put it in an airtight container because this allows time for all the flavors to mingle, and that's what you want on a good marinade. Next, I'm going to put in about a tablespoon of olive oil, and then the Chipotle peppers. Now I'm from Texas, and I like things spicy, so I'm going to use 3 tablespoons. Adjust it to your own liking, and what I would suggest is start off with a teaspoon, then taste it, and add a little bit more until you get to the heat level that you like. But also remember that you want to have it a little bit spicier than you really like it, because as you cook it, the natural juices of the shrimp are going to come out, and it's going to dilute it a little bit. So you want to be a little bit spicier than your preference, and that'll make it come out perfect on the grill. So I'm going to take this, give it a little pinch of salt, and give it a good whisk. Now remember, bacon is salty, so depending on the bacon that you use is going to be dependent on how much salt. Like I say, always taste. Now to me, I think I'm going to need just a little bit more salt, and whoo, that's got a kick to it. So give that a quick whisk. Now let's get to the shrimp. Now to prepare the shrimp, I do a little bit different method. Some people wrap bacon around the shrimp and skewer it, but I'm going to do something a little different because I like the bacon to complement the shrimp, not overtake it. So we'll start off with a bamboo skewer. Now if you're using bamboo skewer, you're going to want to soak it in water for about ½ hour, and this will keep it from catching on fire on the grill. You can use a metal skewer, but you don't need to soak a metal skewer. So let me start. We'll start at the end, put it on the skewer, and then next comes the shrimp. Then what I do is wrap the bacon around and go through the skewer once again and fold it over. Now I'll take this, scoot it down the skewer just a little bit, and then alternate with a shrimp, alternating the tail on each side. Once again, flip it over, there you go, and into the skewer. Now people ask, can I leave the tail off? Should I leave the tail on? It's your choice. I like keeping the shell on because it gives you a handle after it's cooked to take the shrimp off. So you're going to keep on with this method. I like to do about 6 shrimp per skewer, and here I have examples made up, as you can see. Now what this does is it threads the bacon through, and like I said, the bacon is meant to complement the shrimp, not overpower it. So by doing this, it's going to allow the natural sweetness of the shrimp to come out as well. So now I'm simply going to take the marinade and pour it over. Now this is a citrus-based marinade, and with citrus-based marinades you don't want to marinate too long because the acid will start to cook the shrimp, and that's going to make it tough and an unpleasant eating experience for everyone. So about 10 minutes is really all you need. And if you're worried about adding extra flavor, you can also take the marinade and brush it on as you cook, but only do it during the cooking process because you want to make sure that you kill any bacteria or any foreign objects. You want to make sure you don't put a marinade straight onto a cooked shrimp. You want to do it during the cooking process. So, through the magic of internet cooking, I've prepared some already on the grill, and here they are. As you can see, beautiful color, easy layout, and like I said, I leave the tails on so I can have a handle. So I'd like to thank Elizabeth for asking the question of what's my favorite shrimp skewer or shrimp kebab recipe, and I want to encourage you to check us out on the blog and give me your input. Tell me what was your favorite ingredients and things that you cooked for your 4th of July celebration. And remember, excuse me, once again, you keep asking, I'll keep cooking.